Hello everyone and welcome to a trigonometry tutorial. Today I will show you how to make a unit that will have an image that will circle around that unit, and on top of that another image that will circle around the first image, like maybe a sun and a planet around orbit, and then a moon in orbit around the planet. So if you don't know how to work with angles, how to convert angle to xy coordinates or vice versa, then this is the video for you. So let's start by creating a new script. We will call it orbit, because why not? And then we will click edit. So here we have it. So first of all, we need to initialize the images. So we will create a new function, set images, and in it we will create two images. One will be, let's say, for the planet, which will be just a custom emitter colored green. So the way you do that is, here you set the image name that will be local to this card, and here you choose the image and then set image. Next, let's just do a green color for the planet, or green/blue. So let's choose no red, full green, and half blue, and full visibility. And for the core itself, let's choose a yellow image, because we will make it look like it's the sun, and let's see how it looks. So red, green, and no blue will give us yellow. And finally, for the moon, let's choose a gray image somehow. Again, this would probably be better with like a real image, but what can you do? I have no idea how this will look, but we will see. So we need to set these images like this only once. So let's do that and see how it looks. So compile all, then create the core and add the orbit script to it. Unpause, and you can see the images are stacked on top of each other. So first, just for fun, let's make them different sizes. So the sun will be, let's say, scale 2. I mean, this is not the important part, but why not? The planet will be scale 1 and the moon will be scale 0.5. Now let's think about the strategy that we are going to use to wow, this is scary, to make the orbit possible. Oh, I called set image instead of set image color. I was wondering why the color is wrong. Okay, that looks good. So now let's open MS Paint and let's think of the strategy. So here is the center, and I want something that rotates around like this. So what I can do is I can remember the angle. So if the rotating point is here, I will remember this angle A. And to simulate the rotation, I just increase this angle. So that will be really easy. But what I need to do is, when I know the angle, let's say the angle is this, I need to know this position. So what I can do is I can pretend that this is position 0, 0, and then just get this relative position from here to here. And that is actually really easy, because if you have a triangle and you know the angle, then let's call this ABC, and this is this angle here, then the sine of that angle is equal to A over C. So sine is the side opposite to the angle divided by this side here. And similarly, cosine is the side next to the angle divided by the longest side here as well. So how can we use this to get this point? Well, we know this distance. So let's say that this distance will be 50. And we know this angle. The angle is A. So if we take sine of this angle here, then it will be equal to this distance here, which will be the y coordinate, divided by 50. So all you need to do to get y is to actually multiply this by 50. And that's all. So first let's start by getting the angle. So if you get actually let's not do this. Let's first say that angle 1 will be 0, that will be the angle for the planet, and angle 2 will be the angle for the moon. So first let's increase our angles. Let's increase this one by, let's say, this much. And let's increase the other angle as well a little bit faster, so that the moon orbits around the planet faster than the planet orbits around the sun. And now we need to move the planet. So as I was showing you, let's choose the distance to be 50. So 50 will go to distance 1, and the other distance will be, let's say, half. So I will make a mistake, and let's see if you can spot the mistake before I compile and run the script. So I will just copy paste this idea and get on with it, right? So I go self main. No main. First let's move the planet. So for x coordinate, I want actually cosine, right? Because the side across is y, and that is sine, and the side next to it is cosine, and the side next to it here is x, right? So I actually want to start with cosine, so angle 1 cosine, and then multiply it by distance just like that. And I can do set image position x. Then the same for y. So for y just use sine and y, and then same for the moon. So let's do it. Use angle 2 instead, and use distance 2. So do you see the mistake? If you don't see it now, you will see it really soon. So I will hit compile all, unpause, and you can see that the planet is orbiting the sun, but the moon is orbiting the sun as well, because it's just the same code with different numbers. So of course it will behave the same. But what if I want to make the moon orbit the planet? Well, this position is relative to the core. So I need to make it relative to the planet. But how? Well, that's really easy. I just added the position of the planet to it. So if I actually save the position of the planet like this into planet X, and this into planet Y, and then use this here instead, then I now have the position of the planet saved. So all I need to do is use this position that is the orbit of the moon, and make it orbit around the planet by adding the position of the planet to it. Or you can think that you are adding this orbiting position to the position of the planet, and that's making it orbit around that instead. So if I compile now, then you can see the moon is orbiting around the planet. Very nice. So what if we want to make it orbit in the opposite direction? Also, let's increase this distance. Well, we just make it to subtract angle instead of adding. and now it orbits in the opposite direction. The planet orbits like this, but the moon orbits like this. So that is the very basic tutorial. I hope you learned something, and in the next episode, let's look at moving a unit in a straight line and maybe turning or stuff like that. So thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye.